The Knights Templar. Full name: the United Religious, Military and Masonic Order of the Temple and of St. John of Jerusalem, Palestine, Rhodes and Malta. Is a fraternal order affiliated with Freemasonry. Unlike the initial degrees conferred in a regular Masonic lodge, which only require a belief in a supreme being, regardless of religious affiliation, the Knights Templar is one of several additional Masonic orders in which membership is only to Freemasons who profess a belief in Christianity. This is what is said in Wikipedia about Knights Templar, Freemasonry. But I highly doubt this belief in Christianity by the Freemasonry. When you look up just the word Knights Templar in Wikipedia, this is what you will find. The poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, also known as the Order of Solomon's Temple. The Knights Templar, or simply as Templars, was a Catholic military order recognized and founded in 1139 and active from about 1129 to 1312. The order, which was among the wealthiest and most powerful, became a favored charity throughout Christendom and grew rapidly in membership and power. They were prominent in Christian finance. Templar Knights, in their distinctive white mantles with a red cross, were among the most skilled fighting units of the Crusades. Non-combatant members of the order managed a large economic infrastructure throughout Christendom, developing innovative financial techniques that were an early form of banking and building fortifications across Europe and the Holy Land. After Europeans in the First Crusade recovered Jerusalem in 1099, many Christians made pilgrimage to various sacred sites to the Holy Land. Although the city of Jerusalem was relatively secure under Christian control, the rest of the outer was not. Bandits and marauding highwaymen preyed upon pilgrims who were routinely slaughtered, sometimes by the hundreds, as they attempted to make the journey from the coastline at Jaffa through to the interior of the Holy Land. The Knights Templar took care of the security and money transfer for these pilgrims. At dawn, on Friday the 13th, 13 October 1307, this was the origin of the Friday the 13th superstition, King Philip IV ordered all French Templars to be simultaneously arrested. The arrest warrants started with the phrase, "God is not pleased. We have enemies of the faith in the kingdom." Claims were made that during Templar admissions ceremonies, recruits were forced to spit on the cross, deny Christ and engage in indecent kissing. Brethren were also accused of worshipping idols, and the order was said to have encouraged homosexual practices. The Templars were charged with numerous other offenses such as financial corruption, fraud and secrecy. Many of the accused confessed to these charges under torture, and these confessions, even though obtained under harsh circumstances, caused a big scandal. The Templars were accused of idolatry and were suspected of worshipping either a figure known as Baphomet or a mummified, severed head they recovered amongst other artifacts. At their original headquarters on the Temple Mount that many scholars theorize might have been that of St. John the Baptist, among other things. Relenting to Philip's demand, Pope Clement then issued the papal bull Pastoralis Preeminentiae on the 22nd of November 1307, which instructed all Christian monarchs in Europe to arrest all Templars and seize all of their assets. Beginning in the 1960s, there have been speculative popular publications surrounding the order's early occupation of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, and speculation about what relics the Templars may have found there, such as the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant, or the historical accusation of idol worship Baphomet transformed into a context of witchcraft and devil worshipping. Baphomet, from medieval Latin Baphomet, Baphometi, Occitan Baphomets, is a term originally used to describe an idol or other deity that the Knights Templar were accused of worshipping, and that subsequently was incorporated into disparate occult and mystical traditions. It appeared as a term from a pagan idol in trials transcripts of the Inquisition of the Knights Templar in the early 14th century. The name first came into popular English usage in the 19th century, with debate and speculation on the reasons for the suppression of the Templars. Since 1856, the name Baphomet has been associated with a Sabbatic goat, image which contains binary elements representing the sum total of the universe, like male and female, good and evil, and so on. The indictment, or the accusation act published by the Court of Rome, set forth that in all the provinces they had idols, that is to say, heads, some which had 3 faces, others but 1. Sometimes it was a human skull, that in their assemblies and especially in their grand chapters, they worshipped the idol as a god, as their savior, saying that this head could save them, that it bestowed on the order all its wealth, made the trees flower and the plants of the earth to sprout forth. You would say that seeing the accusations, these Knights Templar were indeed devil worshippers. Why? Maybe they found so much wealth and discovered that they were being used to fight some fake holy war, what in fact was not so holy. They created a religion of their own, what they thought was much superior to other religions. The worshipping of their devil, with Satan as their god. If these accusations were false, what some claim, then again, this would be a better motive for them to become devil worshippers. Because they got betrayed by the Pope, who represents the Christianity, and the king who represents the ruling authority. That is why they went underground and start or even continue worshipping Satan. Their Grand Masters all got burned alive by King Philip, also with many other Templars. At the stake while burning alive, the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, shouted out a curse. He said, "Let evil swiftly befall those who have wrongly condemned us, and let their God, who is in Satan, avenge them." So secret organizations with Satanism and devil worshipping are still around and a force to be reckoned with. I will try to keep you informed with more video on this. Thanks for watching and subscribe.